Hi everyone, my name is Oxy, and in today's video I'll show you what is actually worth purchasing in H&M and Zara, and also, which is really important I'd say, is what is better not to purchase, what is better to avoid. Let's start. So I actually went in physical stores to review in person the things that I will be showing you. I do it especially in the beginning of each season to see what is worth and what is not worth advising, for example, for my clients, what is worth or not worth including in, shopping guides and things like that. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to share it also with you. Starting with H&M. I'm not a big fan of H&M, to be honest. They do have nice things sometimes. They might have some nice knits, for example. They do have nice sweatshirts. Sometimes you can find nice dresses, but it's pretty difficult to spot the good pieces. Also because there are a lot of bad quality, bad design pieces that is definitely better to avoid. So let's start with this denim skirt. So that's a maxi denim skirt. They've been super trendy last season, as you already know. I definitely like the idea of wearing them during fall and winter season. They are still a trendy piece, but they also, part of basic wardrobe. Denim skirt goes perfectly with so many shoes, with so many jackets, so it's definitely worth, having one if you like denim skirts in general, and if you like this lens. If you don't like maxi lens, I would still recommend to have a look at, maybe mini skirts if you are more into mini. H&M, I think, didn't have any worse attention ones, but this denim skirt is actually really great because it's a perfect color, it's a perfect shape, it's not too baggy, it's not too heavy. That's also quite a common thing that happens with denim skirts. So it is actually perfect. So I would definitely recommend having a look at this one. I also like this gray knitted sweater. As you know, it's a must-have, so to say, this season. Also, it's such a basic wardrobe piece, it's such a staple piece. I'm 100% confident that most of you, or a lot of you, do have gray sweater in your wardrobe. If not, this one is quite a good option. I'm not 100% convinced with it because it has a little bit of alpaca into it, and H&M has proven with their alpaca pieces to me that they're not the most reliable ones, because it tends to be all over the place. After all, I remember I had one sweater from alpaca and it was from premium sections, and I actually just had to leave it at the hotel room, hoping someone would actually find it and fall in love with it, because it was just impossible to wear it. So as I was saying, this gray sweater is pretty nice option if alpaca hair all around the place is not bothering you. Then you can definitely check out this one. It's such a versatile piece. It's perfect again for layering, for styling. So I'm 100% sure you will be able to wear it a lot. Well, if you've seen my previous video, or if you just in general like to see what's going on in fashion world, you probably know that it's all about silent luxury, old money, classic pieces, timeless pieces, and these kind of cardigans are definitely all over the place right now. So they are very Chanel inspired ones, let's say. So H&M had a lot of pieces like this. I actually went precisely to have a look at one of them, which is a set with a skirt and a cardigan. I was not impressed with it, so I didn't end up neither purchasing it or deciding that I will be advising it to my clients, or I will be including it into the shopping guide for warmer clothes or for colder weather later on this fall. but I did find this one, and this one is actually pretty nicely made. I like the buttons. I like how it was actually, knitted itself, put together. So it is pretty good quality. And if you're looking for something trendy, but at the same time classy, this is definitely a nice piece to look at. What H&M is actually really good at is sweatshirts. So I definitely, and I always recommend my clients, and I always include them in shopping guides also, their sweatshirts, just because they are good quality at good price point. There is huge amount of all different sweatshirts you can imagine, and like you can wish for, and usually I'd say almost 90% of them are actually really, really nice ones. I particularly like this one. I think it's super cute, chic at the same time. Again, it's not too much out there. I love gray sweatshirts in general, so it will definitely allow you to create a lot of different looks. But if you're looking for something else, maybe in different color or with different, wording or things like that, I would still recommend to check their selection of sweatshirts, because most likely you'll find a really, really nice one and good one. And last piece that I actually really, really liked at H&M is this sweater. Well, it's actually, this upper ski jumper, which again allows you to be styled in so many different ways, because of course you can unzip it, you can zip it up. That's up to you. If you are unzipping it, you can wear, a turtleneck, a t-shirt, a long sleeve underneath. So there are a lot of nice ways to, layer things with it, and this will allow you to create really nice, finished, polished looks. And in general, the quality was pretty good. It is a polyester, but sounds weird even to say that, but it was a really good quality polyester. So, you couldn't actually even say immediately that it was made of polyester. So it was really nice piece. And they did have it in different colors. So I personally liked it the most in this gray color, again, just because gray sweater right now is all over the place, but you are free, of course, to choose other colors. But this piece is definitely worth to be checked out. Well, now I hate doing it, to be honest, but I often hear also, questions from my friends or my clients. What do you think about this piece? What do you think about that piece? And I just couldn't help myself not to show you some of the pieces from H&M that are absolutely terrible, horrible, and they are still at the same price point as the good ones that I showed you. But really, really, I hope you would just, avoid them and don't waste your money on those pieces. One of them is this slip dress. As you know, slip dresses are amazing piece that can be worn all year long, basically, from summer to winter. It is hard to find, I must also admit, in mass market segment, really nice slip dresses, and H&M here had terrible ones. And it's not about the print, which is maybe not the best one, but the quality itself of the fabric. Again, as I was saying, the polyester, of course, I don't expect to see silk, slip dress for 30 euros in H&M, but this polyester is just horrific. So I would strongly suggest to try to avoid this dress. Same would apply for these tops. Again, these camisole tops are back in trend. Again, they can be styled in so many different ways, but the fabric of these tops was terrible. It just felt like it would just burn because I'm looking at it. It really bad. Same would apply for these pants. I don't know, that was actually like an office wear corner, which I had big expectations because office core, is back in trend. It's like all over, you know, the shops, the place, everyone is wearing it. And we will definitely also we'll have this conversation. Why is it actually like that? Because it's quite an interesting, you know, conversation to have, but that's for another video. But yes, in this office corner, most of the pieces were terrible quality, and these pants are not an exception. Again, I don't even look at their design, just because, I mean, office pants or office trousers are allowed now in a lot of different designs, actually, you know, but the fabric is just a no. It's sparkly, it's super cheap, it looks cheap, it feels cheap, and it's just, you know, terrible piece to have in your wardrobe to wear. And it's definitely something that will not, you know, probably last even a year for you, so you will definitely end up wasting your money. Probably a separate shelf somewhere in not in heaven but in hell, is dedicated just to blazers that H&M produces. I think, to be honest, I used to have exactly the same blazer in this beautiful mint color. I remember like 12 years ago, which I got at H&M too, and it's still the same, you know, like it feels like the time hasn't moved. I suppose they keep redoing it because people keep buying it. Otherwise, I don't know what's the reason behind. But these kind of blazers are just awful because they're super soft. They don't hold the shape. And then these sleeves that H&M keeps repeating all over again. It just allows you to, I just see it on the street and I know immediately that this blazer is from H&M. Don't purchase it. My really strong advice to you. They don't close also. The lens is super weird. Like, that's, you know, all the bad qualities for a blazer you can imagine are just in this one blazer. I would also strongly suggest not to purchase this blouse or top. They also had, I think, skirts in this same fabric. So again, apart from the design, draping is in trend. That's, you know, something beautiful and nice to have, but the draping here was not nicely made, and again, the fabric was just horrific. So I would definitely recommend to stay away from this top and from everything that is made of this fabric, just because it was not looking good. It was not looking good at all. Okay, so we are done with H&M and let's start with Zara. So you know that Zara are always ahead of everyone when it comes to making and selling super trendy pieces. This time is not an exception. So the first thing I wanted to share with you is actually gray sweater. Surprise. Again, as I was saying, this is like super trendy look that has been, you know, all over the internet, all over the social media, and it's absolutely beautiful. I also must admit. So this is a look from Prada, and I think this is one of the reasons also, you know, the gray sweater is so popular right now. Aside that there are a lot of other designers who had that sweater in their collections. If you haven't seen my video about fall trends, then definitely check it out. So this sweater at Zara is actually really good one. The price point is quite acceptable for what it is, because it's a mix of wool and cashmere. I'm not a big fan of knitted pieces at Zara, but this one was actually super nice. They do have other colors, but you know, it's just a perfect sweater, I must say. Perfect shade of gray, it's perfect cut, it's not too thick, not too thin. It will allow you to create so many different beautiful looks that it's actually worth purchasing it. I really do think so. If I wouldn't have a gray sweater, that would be definitely a one that I would be considering. I would be also probably buying instead a cashmere sweater at COS, but that's a topic for another video. But again, if you are looking for something on more affordable side, I would definitely recommend to have a look at this one. Going further with this iconic Prada look, of course, Zara has a nice white pleated skirt, which is very similar to the one from Prada. And of course, you know, putting it all together will definitely allow you to create this or recreate this iconic look from Prada. The skirt itself is pretty thick, which is really great because it's not transparent, and it actually will work really well for summer and for winter because of the thickness it has. Another piece that I really loved, and I actually ended up purchasing it, is this double necklace from Zara again. Super chic, super chic, super sleek, you know, timeless piece. I would say, to be honest, the rhinestones don't sparkle as one would wish for, but again, it's Zara, so no one expects it, you know, to shine bright as a diamond. But it is definitely super nice necklace to have and to complement a lot of, you know, upper parts, starting from t-shirts, tank tops, and ending with sweaters and turtlenecks. One more piece that I actually really liked at Zara is this short trench coat. Again, it's all about basic pieces this season, and this piece will definitely, you know, work for years in your wardrobe. The quality is pretty good. It's quite thick, it's a cotton, and the color is really beautiful. It's this deep navy blue color. And as I said, you know, it's not too many details. It's stylish, simple, timeless, and chic at the same way. So if you were looking for something like this, I would definitely suggest to check this one out. One more piece that I really liked at Zara is this old money cardigan. Of course, Zara, same as H&M, has quite a lot of different options related to this theme. I really like just this one. Again, the way it's made, the fabric, the buttons. What is quite often happening to this kind of cardigans, that it doesn't stick between the buttons, so you know, it becomes open, or the fabric is not calculated, the amount of fabric is not calculated well between the buttons, and it, you know, just stays away from the direct line, and it doesn't look good. So this one was actually very well made. The color is beautiful. The buttons were not too much into your eye, although they are made of gold, someone would wish. They are gold colored, and this one is definitely, you know, very chic and very sleek at the same time, and could definitely work for quite a long time for you and for your wardrobe. I cannot, you know, hide this gem that I found. As you can see, this is the gray hoodie made of neoprene, and this is the exact replica of the one from Miu Miu. I know a lot of fashionistas were looking for the Miu Miu one, obviously, but it's on a quite pricey side, so a lot of fashionistas were also looking for similar options, but at the mass market. I think online it was actually sold out, but in a physical store there were quite a decent amount of them. I must say, like, I absolutely love the look itself from Miu Miu. I will insert also the picture of it. I absolutely love it. And I actually really loved the idea of styling it. I was actually considering also to purchase it for myself, but I must say, I must warn you that it's extremely oversized, and it has to be extremely oversized. Just, you know, by by the way Miu Miu designed it, it has to be extremely oversized, and Zara repeated it. It is extremely oversized. Just keep that in mind, that it's not gonna fit under a lot of coats, for example, or under a lot of trench coats and things like that. So just keep in mind when you decide to purchase it that you need to have a clear understanding how exactly you're gonna be wearing it, or you need to purchase a separate coat or trench coat, you know, if you wanna go with exactly the same look. But apart from that, the quality is pretty good. The thickness of it is exactly the one that Miu Miu has. So I would definitely recommend checking this out if you were looking for a gray hoodie with a zipper. Again, you know that Zara has huge amount of trendy pieces, and basically almost the only trendy piece that I really liked when it comes to, you know, shiny fabrics, metallic fabrics, is this top. Super simple, you know, but it's so beautiful. It was also available in gold color. I didn't love it that much in gold, but I absolutely loved it in this silver color. So I would definitely recommend checking it out, because it can be a perfect piece, you know, for a daily wear, for example, even with that hoodie. And at the same time, it can be a perfect piece for holiday season, or for partying, or for dinner. So it's absolutely versatile piece that again can be worn in so many different ways and for so many different occasions, basically the whole year round. One more piece that actually basically, you know, stole my heart, if not to say too much, is this bomber jacket. I absolutely love it. It's so beautiful. It's extremely simple, as you can see, but to find a black bomber jacket in the mass market is actually a pretty hard task, I must say. This one is perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It's not shiny, it's not too, you know, like grayish, because sometimes that's what you can find. Although in the video it looks a little bit grayish, but it was actually really nice black color. The, you know, like details are not too much into your eye. It's not looking cheap. It's really nice. So I would definitely recommend checking this out, because it's an absolute gem if you're looking for a nice bomber jacket at affordable price. And last but not least are these jeans, which of course are not for everyone. And of course they are not, you know, to wear them every day, but oh my god, they look amazing. Actually, when like you have a look at them on the web page, they don't look nice at all, but in real life they sparkle so much. That's just, you know, it just basically blinds you. Absolutely beautiful. Straight leg, you know, this little bit loose fit, but not too much. And then this huge amount of the super small rhinestones, which are sparkling, as I said, as diamonds. This pair is absolute showstopper. If you're looking for such a piece that would stand out immediately, this is the one. Again, I'm personally considering purchasing them just because I think this is an amazing pair to have them regardless of trends or not. You know, you wear them with gray sweater, white t-shirt, and you're immediately ready to go to any specific occasion. You know, to dinner or to a party or to a bar, you name it. It's absolutely beautiful pair. So I also wanted to share with you some of the pieces from Zara that please don't buy, or even should I say stop buying it, because again they keep redoing it every single year, which makes me think that someone keeps repurchasing them or purchasing them every single year, and this is just, you know, a big surprise to me. So again, starting with blazers, maybe very similar design and very similar bad design, bad quality, bad everything to H&M, just that Zara for some reason has a button here also, but overall, as I said, exactly the same. You know, it feels like they exactly make the same blazer, just add a button here. They're super soft, the fabric is terrible, they don't close. Like, you see the sleeves on the street and you immediately know this blazer is from Zara. And again, they keep repeating them, yeah, probably also during like 10 or 15 years, every single year, and these blazers are terrible. Same applies to these trench coats, which someone could say could be a really nice piece to have, and it is so. Like, the row has absolutely stunning piece like this. Totem, and I think also Kate, they have absolutely stunning trench coats in this thin leather. But I mean, this is Zara, and they keep doing these trench coats every single year in this terrible fabric, with this terrible stitching, with like, everything is bad. Just literally everything is bad. And you have a look at this blazer trench coat on the street, and you can immediately, you know, see that it's a bad quality blazer. So please try to avoid purchasing or just spending your money on this piece. One more piece that I must say, again, Zara keep repeating it from year to year, is this kind of blouses, which at some point you actually might say, you know, white short is super trendy this season, yes, but this particular short or blouse is made of this terrible quality polyester, which is just, you know, seen from like 200 meters, then always these rhinestones or something like this. Every single season Zara repeats it, and it just looks bad. It looks bad, it looks cheap, and there are so many different options in the same Zara, for example, that could, you know, favor you in so many different ways, but not this one. Not this one, so please just try to avoid this one. So that's it for Zara and H&M. I hope it was useful for you. I will leave all the links to the good and to the bad things in the description box, so please check them out. Give it a like to this video if you did like it. Next video which I will do will be the same one, with reviewing pieces from Massimo Dutti, COS and other stories. Stay tuned to the next one. And yes, thanks a lot for watching this video.